Tragedy strikes in Pakistan. A bomb blast in Pakistan's Quetta region has killed 22 people. Remember, today is the big interview, in fact, voting day as far as Pakistan is concerned to decide the future government. These are visuals which we have sourced from the local news networks in Pakistan in Quetta. Sources are telling us a police convoy was in fact attacked, was possibly the target of this bomb blast. Let me go across to my colleague Hamza Amir, who's joining me live for more on this story. Hamza, now election day, tight security across Pakistan, but this unfortunate incident coming in. Give us more details of where exactly did this take place and what was the target?
Well, as per the reports, the attack occurred at the eastern bypass in Quetta. It was targeted at a police vehicle which was on a normal routine patrolling, but the number of casualties that have actually been coming up as we hear is at least 28 people have already died. Scores are injured. The number keeps rising very, very quickly. So it seems that it was a suicide targeted attack on the security forces at the eastern bypass in Quetta. Right now, there is no claim of responsibility of the attack, but yes, being the election day, the security was beefed up. Quetta's polling stations were declared as highly sensitive. If you remember, days before the elections, there was a suicide attack on a political leader of Balochistan Awami Party, and that actually killed over 127 to be very clear, people in that political gathering. So the targeted attack seems to be, on the security forces targeting the election process, and Quetta was already declared sensitive. Unfortunate enough that this time again that the terrorists and the miscreants have been able to actually reach through and claim lives of dozens again.
Hamza, also, as you're saying, election day, it's too early to suggest right now, but could this be also a message being sent by terrorists as far as the elections in Pakistan is concerned? Because there have been provinces which are extremely disturbed.
Well, certainly. There seems to be a chain of actions being done by organizations like the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan, who recently announced their leader after Mullah Fazlullah's death. The new leader happens to be from the Masood tribe that is based in Pakistan. Then Daesh had claimed the responsibility on the attack in Mastung, Quetta, days before the election campaign started and kicked off in Quetta. So I think it seems to be a very clear message that elections are going to be targeted, security is going to be checked, and the security is actually going to be targeted as well, because not only the political workers, the political leaders have been targeted and killed in various attacks in Pakistan, including Peshawar, including Bannu, including Quetta, before the elections. Now on the election day as well, terrorists have been able to target the security forces who were on a routine patrolling. But as I said, the casualty number has already come up to 28, and there are dozens more injured. Yes. So it seems that the targeted attack actually was targeted not only on the security forces, but should have happened in a very crowded area. That's why the casualty number is a lot higher.
All right, stay on with me, Hamza. Let's go across to Geeta Mohan, Foreign Affairs Editor, India Today, for more on this as well. Geeta, what are you picking up? This will be worrying signs for Pakistan, especially on the election day.
Well, absolutely, Ankit, but the fact of the matter is that most of the bigger terror attacks that we're seeing are in Balochistan, an area that is rice-stored, and the Pakistani establishment has been trying to get the province under control. Last attack, the huge attack that we saw in Balochistan, many pointed fingers at India with no evidence, and nothing has been provided neither to the international community nor to the Indian authorities. And we're seeing a similar kind of blasts which were unexpected lines. We knew that there are going to be a certain amount of untoward incidents in various parts of Pakistan, but Balochistan certainly an expected area of strife and conflict.
All right, let's get in a word from Hamza. Hamza, is this going to affect the polling process across Pakistan? Are voters coming out in large number, or they wary about coming out after this blast?
Well, the blast just occurred, so it hasn't actually gotten a reaction on the people. The people are coming out. While we were speaking, Imran Khan, also casted his vote in Islamabad and is on his way to Lahore now. So people are actually going out there. They're trusting the security in the major cities. But Quetta, as I said before, was already declared as highly sensitive because there was already an attack occurred before the election during a political gathering of Balochistan Awami Party, and now this occurred. So the people in Quetta obviously would be actually refrain to go out and vote and even cast votes. But on other cities at large, people are coming out there. The pace of voting has increased
All right, Hamza, stay on with me. We are also being joined by Sultan Ali, defense expert from Pakistan. Mr. Ali, thank you so much for joining us here on India Today. If you could also bring us more details about this blast. Has anybody taken, responsibility for it, and is it likely to affect the polling process today? Important day in Pakistan, sir.
Yeah, indeed, it's a very important day. Also goes to highlight that it is one of the bloodiest polls this country has ever faced. Even before the polls, we have had three major political candidates losing their life and nearly 200 people having been killed. And today's blast, unfortunately, there had been a warning actually that people have crossed over from the Durand line into Pakistan, and they were likely to carry out this kind of a mischief. But for the last 2 days, the Chaman border posts have been closed. Yet probably these guys were sleeper cells or had been positioned earlier and have managed to strike. And so far, no one has taken responsibility for it. But the main, reason behind it, the modus operandi, was to create mayhem and chaos and put doubt in the minds of the people so that they do not come out. I've been told by people, I'm coming from one of the polling stations right now after casting my own vote. I see that in the other cities, polling is going on as usual and people are coming out in the numbers. But probably Quetta will be affected for a while. But if the security forces,
Mr. Ali, does this also reflect on on a poor planning as far as the Election Commission is concerned in terms of the security? And I don't want to cast aspersions, but knowing the very fact that there have been these extremist elements, those who could have possibly utilized this occasion for an event like this, and it did take place.
Well, to start with, I will not hold the Election Commission of Pakistan responsible, because they are not responsible for the security of the people. They were responsible for conducting the elections, and they had asked the Pakistan Army to help out, which has been helping. But let me say this note that the world over, it is extremely difficult to control suicide bombers. And apparently this was a case of a suicide bomber. So we can only hope for that while we plan, to ensure that more lives are not lost.
Well, whatever happens, but at least the hope and the prayer should be that elections in Pakistan do take place in a fair and free manner without any of incidents like this. Thank you so much, Mr. Sultan Ali, for joining us with your input.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.